everybody. What's going on? It's oh, child. Today is Thursday, January 25th at 7:42 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. My name is Theodore Baloo, shouting out from Inglewood, California. I'm doing pretty well, doing really, really well. Mind you, I had created um, a whole video last night on the Mac over there, and my Wi-Fi is doing funky stuff right now, and so it stopped. I'm like, oh, well, I'll soup that up. And I'm in the process of downloading Final Cut Pro. It's a wonderful video maker that goes on Macs. It's a really, really wonderful video maker. So I was going to do that, but instead, I'm like, I got to get this out concerning spiritual protection and dealing with the old school conjure. At the end of the day, everybody loves, of course, loves well-made videos, definitely. Of course they do. But my personality always shines through. And, for now, it's the information. I mean, I want to create videos that are dazzling to look at, like really, really beautiful. But from what I've always understood concerning a lot of the guests, a lot of the brothers and sisters that I work with and that are my spiritual family, they don't give a damn about any of that. I thought I saw that thing come online. And then also, too, y'all, I thought somebody had tapped into my damn girl, my credit card information, everything. And no, not at all. That was a false alarm. I did see someone click on anybody because a lot of spirit folks gonna watch this over a few days. Put in the comments, what does it mean if somebody like I used my iPhone as a hotspot, but I saw, hey Sharina, honey, hey honey, listen, I saw someone log in to my computer. I didn't authorize that damn phone. Siri, I'm not talking to you.
I'm having some trouble with the connection. Please try again in a moment.
Siri, I didn't say nothing to you. She's very, very, very nosy. Siri, go away. Ain't nobody studying with you. Ooh, nosy ass. Anyway, uh, uh, hey, Anna, honey. Now, the whole thing is this, though. I thought somebody had logged in. I saw my iPhone up there. I'm going to see if I can see it again. No, because the iPhone hotspot is out. I'm out of data. I'm going to end up getting one of my own routers. You can do that. I'm going to go to AT&T and get one of my own routers. We wonder what happened. Girl, this went out completely. Horrible. Disgusting. It's bad. So no, I went online, checked everything. Everything's perfectly fine. But I want to get on here and talk about Ada also too, sweetheart. I got to get on here and talk about all the remedies, and I should get on with a script too as well, like all the other children do, all the other young kids do. They have a script and everything of all the remedies that I know that I'm going to talk about, and go and have a script for everything. Everybody. The thing about it is this, though. I'm going to create videos that are really titillating to watch, things that are really, really cool to see. And I know that I can do it because I come in, me and Sister Mocha were just talking about that today, of, me coming from a creative background. This is what I do. I'm a creative person. I am a creative. It's what I do. But until then, I'm going to show my face, my fat, hairy face, chubby, delicious, hairy face, online. Now, keep in mind, also understand, if you're anybody like, of course, like Sister Christina, if you remember me from my old YouTube days about 15 years ago, see, where all that hair on your face come from? Shut it up, hush your mouth, because people get older. People get older. I like the hair on my face. It makes me look very distinguished, and it's soft. It's just so soft. I have my own pillow. I can do that. Oh, this is so soft. It feels so good. I'm in love with my own facial hair. Imagine that. Anyway, tonight at 7:47 Pacific Standard Time, I want to talk about spiritual protection in old school conjure, low country conjure, and Baton Rouge, Shreveport, of course, Thibodeau, in those parishes, and of course Louisiana. I want to get down. Oh, thank you so much, Sister Mocha. I want to get down to talk about old school conjure, purist conjure. Now, what do I mean by the word purist? Purist is understanding. Now, mind you, for all of those that do not understand those fancy words, ain't nothing fucking fancy about them. Uh, conjure and hoodoo. This is absolutely hoodoo, exquisite hoodoo, old school conjure. And tonight we're going to get into the whole visage of how to keep yourself safe and how to keep yourself detoxified, how to make sure that you're able to stay in a wonderful even keel. Yeah, that part, because it's extremely important when you're out there in the spirit streets, especially nowadays. There's a lot of fighting. It's like a fight or flight nowadays, and it's not good, sweetheart. It just isn't. I work with a lot of wonderful ladies with my spiritual family that in schooling them, making sure that they know how to protect themselves. Listen, we all out there fighting for our lives. Some of us are windmilling. Some of us are getting good body shots, and there's a lot of us that get good body shots done to us. So I'm letting people hit you. I'll teach you tonight how to get in some good body shots, and then get to the point where you can completely leave the fight. They're like, look at that nigga, he's just windmilling. He's fighting a ghost. They think they fight you, but you way over here, completely taking yourself out of that equation of toxicity. Let them windmill a complete thin air, but they're not windmilling you, and you're not a part of the equation any longer, and that's what matters. Hold on, I have no. I'm on my iMac with the iPad, so I have no windows to share. It's just my face. Mind you, I was on there for some time on hold on, how to share the window. If they would have that out there. New to streaming, look level up. Check out. Oh, that's lovely. Check out and get $10 discount. Oh, that's not what that is. New to streaming or looking to level up. Check out StreamYard and get $10 discount. Oh, how lovely. I just pressed it because I thought people could give donations. That's amazing. That is part of I don't know what the hell that is part of. It's part of their afflu no, not affluent affiliate program. That StreamYard. That's what that dollar sign is. I didn't know. Well, now I do. Anyway, the first thing, now mind you, with this is a reover because the video that I showed last night, if you didn't catch the live stream, more than likely I may put it up for shits and giggles further down the line, but I'm not going to anytime soon. I'm going to keep it in private. I'm not going to let it go. I'm probably just going to review it and just to take notes of my own because a lot of times I talk, but then, like for instance, the blood of Jesus or what that conjure is called, or that conjure liquid is called. The five different versions of it, and I want to be able to get five different versions. I think we're going to do that tonight. Five different versions of it, mind you. Here on StreamYard, media assets. Oh, notes. They have a place where I can put notes. I can upload a whole script. A lot of children online, they be reading from scripts. That sounds really strange. What a script? What the hell is a script? I guess. It keeps you, well, if you know what, it keeps you on task. You heard that? That's the computer. Uh, that thing back there. Mind you, keeps you on task. You heard that? There's somebody with a little penis. These niggas with these old loud ass cars, all they're just screaming is that I'm not a doubt. Look at me. I need somebody to look at me. Anyway, this is California. Now here we go. As of last night, we're going to go through all different modes of concerning spiritual protection. The first aspect of spiritual protection I want to talk about that's deeply, deeply important, and it's an important material, definitely. Of course, is brimstone. Brimstone. Now, mind you, the common name of this is brimstone. The not so common name, and or the more medical name, more Western name, is called sulfur, yellow sulfur. Now, mind you, there's pale sulfur, yellow sulfur. There's even red sulfur. But we talk about red sulfur actually comes out of the Semitic language, natural hot water stream, hot water, those hot water. Oh, what do they call those? Those hot water, not streams. They shoot out of the ground. That's where sulfur actually comes. Sulfur also comes from volcanic activity, but it can also come from a lot of hot these hot natural hot water. Um, oh sweet Lord, these geyser things. Mind you, we have several here in the United States. They also make sulfur as well. Sulfur is a natural alchemizer. Now, what does alchemizer actually mean? Alchemizing, to alchemize, alchemizer is something to change. Alchemy is to change in or transform. And that's what sulfur actually does. Sulfur goes about changing energy, taking energy that is heavy and changing it into exactly something that is lighter than itself. So sulfur is really, really good for doing that. Now, I'm going to recommend that you create a mojo that is pretty popular in my family. A lot of the gathering has created it. I've been recommending it for years. And that's God's hand. God's hand consists of 3 ingredients. Some people say 4 or 5 ingredients, but my family's been known to create it utilizing 3 ingredients. That's sea salt, garlic powder, and sulfur. You put those 3 ingredients together inside of a plastic mojo bag, a plastic bag. Inside of a plastic mojo bag. Then you put it inside of a black. No, that is a white mojo bag. Here's one of them. This is pretty big. You could fit probably right about a tablespoon of each garlic powder, sulfur, and sea salt in each one. Seal it up, and then place this in a white mojo bag. You can get those off of Amazon and put it in your bosom. It will keep you nice and safe, really, really nice and safe. It also helps detoxify you in a really good way. That's sulfur, garlic powder, as well as sea salt. Now that's God's hand. We have God's hand too as well, which I've just recently. I've known this for years because my grandmother used to create. My grandfather used to create for her, and recently thought about it dealing with the client who went through major toxicity, and so I knew there was something else that I was missing. I knew it was, and mind you, I talked to that. Oh, I have no more coffee. A little bit. It's almost all gone. But I got my trusty water here now. It's very good. Stay nice and hydrated. Was talking to Celie and also talking to another good girlfriend of mine, a little client. She's also a producer for Blood of the Chronicles. Shelley. So, like, mind you, she likes God's hand, but she says it's rough. Now, her husband Daniel likes it a lot. Hey, Anna. Hey, Shay, honey. What's going on? Now, mind you, her husband loves God's hand, and I'm like, listen, take God's hand and just put charcoal powder in it. She said, what? Take God's hand and just go about putting charcoal powder or shungite powder. I wonder if I can send you the link to that. Put the link in the chat. I used to be able to. I think if I log off of here, they're going to stop the stream. But shungite powder, Chungite, shungite powder. Now, mind you, shungite powder is a charcoal powder. It just has a How can charcoal have a higher vibration? I don't know, but that's what it feels like. I ordered a crap load of it today, about a pound of it, because I need to get those Greeklies out to later on this week. I'm going to be getting that out to people out later on this week, um, creating those type of mojos. Now, or you could take the shungite powder and mix it with the wonderful. Here we go, honey. Yeah. Ch- oh, you can't. It's why is it reversed on the screen? That really says charcoal powder. I swear it does. Activated charcoal powder. I'm sorry, you can't see it. Anyway, you get this off of Amazon, but you can put your shungite powder in here with your charcoal powder, definitely, and mix them together. Now, shungite powder actually has a higher vibration than charcoal powder. It feels even more luxurious, even more silky, even more lovely, even more fabulous. It really, really does. So I got some. Mine will be arriving. Today's Thursday, probably Saturday, and I'll be making new mojos because I have my goddess hand, which is the shungite, obsidian, no, shungite, sulfur, sea salt. Hold on, honey. Here's mine. I have mine already. Feels so good. It's so silky. Mine just feels really good. That has some shungite though. It has charcoal powder in it. But I will be making a new one for myself that has the shungite. Shungite dark. Shungite is a charcoal powder. It's just that it is older. It comes from a source in Russia. So it has a beautiful sense of sovereignty to it than most charcoal does because it comes from an older source. Absolutely. So therefore, it does have a higher vibration. And for most spiritual people, shungite has a sense of it's a sense of call to spirit, unlike charcoal does. We're just looking for the safety, to absorb the energy, because that's what charcoal does. Hence, and now mind you, sidebar. The reason why we're going to put charcoal along with the sulfur, sea salt, and garlic, but you don't have to use garlic powder at all. But the reason why we're going to do so is specifically because when you have food poisoning, what? Yeah, horrible. That's the most horrible sickness, right? You just nom 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 nom. This is delicious. Nom 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 nom. And then an hour later, what's crawled in my tummy? It's horrible. It's just so unfortunate. It's like your dentist lied to you. It's the most horrible betrayal. But usually, a doctor will actually recommend charcoal tablets to soak up the poison, to soak up the toxins that bacteria is creating. It usually works really well. Now, that's what charcoal does physically. Imagine what it does spirit. It does the same thing spiritually. Can you put it in black or white bag? Oh, mind you, the goddess hand goes in a black. Thank you, already. The goddess hand. This is God's hand with charcoal powder or shungite powder. That goes in a black mojo bag. Only. Well, you can try to put it in a white mojo bag. It's not going to do anything. That white mojo bag will not stay white for very long. Chocolate has a tendency to get everywhere, even when it's sealed up. No, no, usually customarily. And we usually put the goddess hand in a black velvet mojo bag. It's comfortable to wear, but also it feels very, very soothing. And black, of course, is a very soothing, beautiful color. It absorbs all the energy. And what that goddess hand is going to do, of course, again, with sea salt, sulfur, garlic powder, not garlic powder. You don't have to put garlic powder if you don't want to. You can. You don't have to. And with charcoal powder and shungite powder, what that's going to do is just soak up all the negativity and all the nastiness around you in a really cool way. Now, if you use shungite powder, because shungite powder has much more sovereignty than charcoal powder does. going to happen is that it has more sovereignty. It makes it so that it has more conjure power, more conjure understanding, conceptualization of spirit. Uh, you're able, when you speak into your life, that little mojo that's meant to protect you, that's all it's meant to do. It becomes a type of mojo that really affects your life in a positive way. Not only is it keeping toxicity and stacking energy out of your life, it's also providing a sense of conjure around you, listening to what you're saying, also helping you manifest the world around you that you absolutely want. So try out Goddess Hair. It really works very, very well. Now, those are two. We have a third. Now, oh, now, mind you, last night, one thing, we'll let that be. Do y'all hear the ambulances out there? Good, I don't know what they're doing. Probably burning down half LA. Hopefully not. Anyway, it's gone now. Now we're gonna stay with, unlike last night, we're gonna stay with charcoal with sulfur. See what else sulfur can do. Now we did cover. Oh, we also talked about creating. Now we do have a red mama jamma and we have a red mama jamma. The red mama jamma is just gonna have garlic, not garlic, but sulfur, sea salt, um, a wonderful camphor. Does that have anything else? No, that's it. I believe that's it. Definitely. Child, we've been making it forever. Most one of the most simple conjures you can make. The most cheapest conjures you can make. Just three ingredients. Now, one of the reasons why I'm mentioning these first and foremost, low country people such as my grandparents, even though we do quite well for ourselves, low country people we are infamous for not having much, but also being able to utilize what little we have. We know how to do incredible things with. A lot of times, some of those powerful conjures are those that take less than five ingredients. Honey, also too, I know people that can take a white candle and a glass of water and do more with that than some witches that have a huge apothecary that have everything at their disposal. It's not the tools you have, it's all up here and all in your heart. It's also your spiritual gifts as well. So that's one of the reasons why I'm always going to advise, and this is a sidebar, I'm always going to recommend that when dealing with spirit, that you always go about listening to yourself, listening to your heart, listening to your understanding, conceptualization of spirit, trusting your discernment, trusting who you are, trusting what spirit means to you, and never doubting that, because that is your voice in the spirit world. You walk along with your ancestors and those guides that are here with you in this lifetime. It's just you and your team. And you have to know how to guide them and listen to them guiding you. No one can teach you this. This is your job. So in that, I'm always teaching about discernment. In fact, a lot of times on Clubhouse and on Discord, even after readings, I always ask, how do you feel? What do you feel? How does that feel? Always. Because I'm getting people in the habit of not just seeing, not just hearing, not just smelling or tasting. I'm getting them the habit of feeling. Conjure and hoodoo and conjure is extremely personal. It starts out that way before you can affect anything out there in the world. You have to first understand what's going on inside of you. What does it mean? How do you conceptualize darkness or anything that feels bad? Would you be able to understand if something is in your environment that is bad, that's not good for you? It hasn't creeped up on you, but it's there, almost there. But you know it if it was coming about. But you know what to do. Do you trust yourself to know? These are those beautiful hidden talents that we all have. It's called discernment. And you need to start listening. Because in Hoodoo, and this is for the new people out there in the world who are going to see this video, because the better off you are concerning your discernment, the more powerful you will become. Understand spiritually what yes and no means. Like for instance, during spirit readings. And my grandmother taught me this, and so did my grandfather, but my grandmother more so. What does no mean to you, little boy? What do you mean? What does no mean to you? If you feel no inside your heart, what do it mean? Oh no. All right, I'm gonna let you sit here with me and my clients. You keep your mouth shut, and I'm gonna teach you. And that's years and years of sitting by our side, getting assistance, getting little finger sandwiches and a little bitty eat little petite little tea cakes and things like that for her female guests, her female clients. But not just me, her assistant, but also listening, and then eventually tapping in. And eventually, as I got older, her kind of giving me a nod during her readings. How do you feel about it? Well, how do you feel? And I didn't want to embarrass my grandmother. So I gave how I felt. A lot of times I was right. She said, I feel the same way. But it's understanding what yes and no means in spirit. Like for instance, if you have a spiritual client, and they're asking you questions concerning their destiny, concerning a lover, concerning anything, you have to pull out of thin air, pull up that intelligence of information that's all around you, that's in spirit. You have to be able to connect to the source, connect to that source where those answers clearly are. No. Okay. You spiritually, how does no feel? Okay, it feels that way. How does yes feel? Okay, yes would feel that way. These are very important. These things you have to understand. You have to understand how you do it anyway. I know this is cyber getting off of spiritual protection, but in a sense, this is protection. This is spiritual protection. It's just spiritual protection that's radiating or resonating from deep inside of you. How do these things feel to you? Understanding yes and no, basically having the wherewithal and the spiritual literacy to understand the hidden world around you. The world we always cannot see, but the world that surely can see can gaze upon us, as eventually you will learn to gaze upon them, it, and they. So please keep that in mind, because that's a part of spiritual protection as well. Now, we're going to stay within the family of sulfur. Now we talked about red mama. Red mama jammas is going to be sulfur, sea salt, as well as camphor. Beautiful, beautiful mojos that are meant to elevate you. Now those go in a red mojo like, hey Otter, hey, say Sade, honey. Those mojos, hey Sade, sweetie. Now mind you, those are meant to go inside of a red mojo bag, definitely. Now hold on. Now also to creating what's called a sweet kickback or a sweetums. Daddy calls it. It's called sweet money. It's sweetums. Now mind you, that's sulfur, brown sugar, five-finger grass, nutmeg, galangal, bay leaf powder occasionally. Bay leaf powder. Yeah, and equal amounts. Now, what is that going to do? That's going to draw money to you. The money to you in equal measure. Mind you, that's going to be in a green mojo bag, in a mojo bag of green. Now that draws money to you. Just brings money your way. All of these attributes that we talk about, mojo, jujus, and mojos and jujus, they all have one thing in common, and that's sulfur, definitely. Now, I think we can get out of the sulfur family. No, not really, because we're going to talk about hot, but other things that involve sulfur. Now, mind you, last night we talked about an old defunct ass video that I could not post. You're just cut out all of a sudden. Damn it. Uh, Now, utilizing making hot foot powder or red brick hot foot. Now, what the hell is red brick hot foot? Now, what you're going to do is red brick dust. Now, red brick hot foot or anything dealing with red brick, the totem of utilizing red brick as a drive room in any kind of accoutrement has been all across the deep south, as long as the deep south was the goddamn deep south. Red brick was used during slavery times to go about protecting slave shacks and protecting any place where where people wanted to protect their babies, their children from other people that they felt were predators. And there was a lot of that going on. Now, we're going to talk about hot. No, hold on. Let's talk about just that red brick dust and how that came to be. Because we didn't do that last night. But I'm going to let a little bit of my tobacco. Now, I'm going to tell you something. Now, this is real tobacco. This is not funny monkey or what to call that? Monkey grass. And people who smoke it, bless your heart. Good. I can't smoke it. I'm too psychic, too nosy, too much of a medium. Imagine me smoking monkey grass. That's what Daddy called it. Girl, I'd be paranoid. I would be able to do this video. I already talk to spirit enough as it is, and they talk right there back. And we love talking to each other. We love it. If I smoke monkey grass, they're gonna be holding most of the damn conversation. What they call wacky tobacco. Nana calls it that. That's what they Nana has for it. That's what she one of the cousins came over one night. She's cooking for them. Oh, savages. And Scott was high as a kite. He had them to walk in the house. No, he should stay in that damn truck and let Theo number two come up and now. Here comes Scott. Hey, Dana. How you doing? Girl, eyes just as heavy lidded like a damn goldfish. Hey, Nana. Nana took one look at him. Come here. You high. Go sit down somewhere. Don't come before me high like that. Go and sit down. We just had fun with it. And then girl, listen, gave him a little bit of because Nana had made a brisket for them. Brisket, mustard greens, I think made cornbread and wild yams go with him. Child, he couldn't wait to eat. He had to eat it right there. I have never seen that boy so greedy in my life. Just eat. I'm like, damn, you greedy. He said, shut up. But he had the itis. You know how monkey grass do. It gave the itis. Bless his heart. I wish I could see my cousins. I'll go see him pretty soon. Anyway, how did red brick dust come into creation and being utilized for safety? She fed him. He had the munchies, baby. Hey, show that baby. He had the munchies. Here's how red brick dust came into creation. Now, mind you, there's so many stories and so much folklore in the deep south of how red brick dust came into creation. But here are a few stories. Now, one story that my granddaddy told me is, of course, it goes. Some of these stories always are heartbreaking and always involve one woman missing a lover, one woman losing a lover, or losing somebody. And so, either at a graveyard, waiting out there on the shore for her, waiting for somebody. It's going to be one of those stories. As the folklore goes, a young woman had lost her lover to yellow fever. She visited the grave all the time. Just visited the grave. She was so heartbroken for her lover. So heartbroken. And as the story goes, the mausoleum, because he was from a very wealthy family, and they built that mausoleum with red brick. And mind you, she was being accosted by another young man who she did not want. And that young man was getting to her and was threatening to violate her. So it said one night she cried to her lover, Lover, come unto me. I need your help. I know you still love me. Please help me. And it was said her lover came to her and said, take one red brick from my mausoleum, make it into dust. Take my bones and the dust of my bones, pit it with that dust, carry it upon your bosom, and it will be just as if I'm with you. And as the story goes, she did as it was instructed. Mind you, she added a bone. She must have went in the crypt and got one of his bones. She ground it to dust and pitted with that red brick dust of that mausoleum. And it was said that man never molested her, never came to her ever again, and that she was safe, and that she passed along that bit of wisdom The one thing about hoodoo and conjure, if one person finds out that something works, the way our community was back in the day, oh, it's gonna pass like fire on dry grass. Because if it worked good for me, was good for the goose, will make the gander fatter. If it did good by me, it'll do good by you. Our communities were incredibly close, extremely close, extremely. The next story, of course, deals with a woman of piety. She was a nun, and it was said she had belonged to a great Catholic church, a great again, I guess a great Catholic community. And she would walk along on her errands, and she would see the people, especially children, that were hungry in the streets. And said one time she prayed to the Lord, Lord, how can I further help these children? Help put food in their mouths. And she said, the Lord said, get a one brick. Oh, how did it go? One brick northeast of the fork, one brick northeast from the corner on the north, facing the north, or something like that. But one red brick of the cornerstone. Mind you, it was said this legend is how most Catholic Church see our older historic buildings not only have a cornerstone, but there's always one brick either somewhere near that cornerstone that's either a dark color. Now, mind you, that's to let the masonaries know where to put that cornerstone at, or to put that to either chisel in that cornerstone the year that church was established, but it's for another reason too as well. And we feel it's from this legend. So it said she got a brick from that part of the church. She ground that brick up into dust. Well, of course, with other herbs. Now, mind you, a lot of folks are saying this. Number will probably say this is a nun. How she know about conjure? Well, honey, nuns back in the antebellum times and well before then, they were incredible. They had incredible apothecaries, specifically because everyone was sick, and mostly only the wealthy had access to doctors. So, who did the sick go to when they became very ill? Well, honey, they would go to the church. The nuns and priests were incredible apothecaries and had incredible herbal gardens for that reason. So, hoodoo is absolutely a part of the Catholic Church and has been for some time, at least medicinally. Now, the whole spiritual aspect of it, I don't know about all that, and they don't either. Some of them would tell you, we ain't got nothing to do with that. Whatever. Lies they tell, and they must not understand their own history. Because as far as my grandfather told me, and mind you, I've heard from other elders, the Catholic Church is some of the biggest hoodoos, some of the biggest root workers, or at least they were a long time ago. Now, not the spiritual aspect of it, just the medicinal and health aspect of it. So, in a sense, they're right. So it says she took that red brick dust and ground it up, mind you, and she said she had made it into bread. That's what the legend says. And she ended out handing these special bread loaves with red brick dust inside of them. And one by one, she watched as those children started I guess, getting adopted. Started, they weren't hungry. Families started getting on their feet, started getting jobs. She watched as these families that were once on the street started doing well for themselves. They had ingested the holiness of that church inside themselves, and they were made whole again. Now that's one legend about red brick. There's so many. So whenever you're in the deep south, or especially like in Louisiana, Mississippi, or Florida, Alabama, at Georgia, South and North Carolina, understand when one thing has much folklore, that means one thing: it's been utilized for hundreds of years. Because the more folklore something has, that means the more thought it's had behind it, the more people it's been used it. Because people are always curious how something has gotten its beginning. The more stories, the older it is, the more people have utilized it. So red brick dust has been utilized. Red brick dust started being utilized by hoodoos, black folks, for this reason. Now, we have our own folklore as children of free people of color, and slaves. We have our own folklore. Red brick dust was said to, now this is one folklore that was told to me by my granddaddy. Red brick dust was said to have, oh, hey, Adriana, hey. Red brick dust was said to have been originated by red ochre that reminded a lot of the slaves of the red dirt of Africa, their homeland. So they started utilizing it in their spiritual practices because it reminded them of home. It's pretty simplified. Another is this. There was once a slave named Samuel. Now we're going way, way back, maybe 100, 200, probably 300 years ago, when slaves first started coming here. It was said there was this African man. He became quite pious. He was taught Catholicism by his slave master and said he became so versed in the Bible. Mind you, that's pretty rare for a white man to teach a slave how to read. But he became so versed in the Bible, he knew it back to back. Mind you, the slave master was so impressed, he actually took him to church. And mind you, when in church, he was thought to be so odd that he knew the Bible from back to end and didn't know how to read. So one of the priests took him on as a vestibule or as a assistant to work inside of the monastery. How red brick dust came to be was that he became so pious. He would, in the churchyard after his errands, take red bricks. And mind you, I guess he was learning them because red bricks back then were made by hand and were reused. They're usually made by clay or made by red dirt that's been packed together. It was said that he noticed every time he would work those bricks and clean them or work them, helping with the masonry, probably helping other masons, that he had a good day, that he thought that something good would happen. He thought that those red bricks or the red brick dust had brought him good luck. As legend goes, he started recommending it to other black people, either people that were free people of color or people that were slaves, still slaves. And the legend of red brick dust became to be thought to be blessed, thought to be something quite blessed. Now, here's another legend. Now, this legend is quite grounded, and it actually started in an actual plantation. Now, it said this legend actually started out at Thibodeau Plantation, or what's called Old Mucin Plantation, which Old Mucin burned down, child 1902, 1904. But it said it started out that plantation or near it. There was a conjure man, an elder conjure man that was extremely talented, very, very talented at what he did. And his slave master was incredibly impressed. So much so he treated him better, and because of him, the slave master began to understand and have a new understanding of black people because of how talented this elder was. It was said that this white man, had a poltergeist or nasty spirit inside of his house. And so he called upon this elder. Oh, and I don't know his name. I don't even want to call him Old Man Jack, 'cause I don't know his name. But said he called him to his house and said, there's a ghost in my home, a spirit in my home. What can you do to help me, son? It was said this elder had took red brick dust from his home, the cornerstone foundation of it, had mixed it with herbs as well as probably sulfur. And took that and put that across the threshold, all thresholds of his home, all thresholds of his doors and windows. Then he took that dust and said he went inside the main parlor room. He said he put that, as the story goes, he put that dust down and he prayed over it. And said he prayed over it so hard he sweated blood. And he said one of those bloody drops fell into that red brick dust. And said there was a scream that was so high. It said it scared the slave master, scared everybody out that house. And he said that elder had calmed that house and that land by the bloody sweat of his brow into that red brick dust. And said that home was never bothered ever again. And that elder and his family was set free and were given a parcel of land to tend to them themselves. He won his freedom by his good deed. So there are many, many stories about red brick dust and the reason why it's utilized to protect black people, all people, specifically Black people. Now, I feel red brick dust works really, really well, specifically because it is dirt. It is usually clay. Clay or dirt, anything of dirt soaks up intention incredibly well. Metaphysically, we know this. There's no other herb, there's no other mineral, no other accoutrement in conjure hoodoo that soaks up intention so well other than dirt. Dirt will soak up your thought. Dirt will soak up anything. Now remember, clay, which is what most red brick is made from, basically it's just really fine dirt that has. Now, mind you, it does have other minerals in it to make it pliable, make it clay, but it's dirt. It's just fine milled dirt. Now you add red pepper, you add gopher dust or graveyard dust, depending on what you want to do, and other protective herbs, and you put that across your threshold. I'll give you a recipe. I'll give you at least two recipes to go along with it and tell you why it's important to use red pepper versus black pepper. We discussed that last night too, and that's very important. You spread this across your threshold of your front and back door, outside of your threshold, not inside. Now keep in mind, your inside threshold is to protect inside the house. Your outside threshold is to protect that inside threshold for anything from coming in. So red brick dust to keep away people you don't want, bad people, or even hates and bohags and in tranquilo. That goes on the outside threshold always before you walk over into your home. Now inside threshold takes a whole different type. Black pepper. Keep this in mind. Always remember, creating a protective threshold at your front door, inside threshold, the threshold inside your home. Don't ever use red pepper. It will create confusion inside your home. That red pepper goes on the outside threshold. There's a difference. And you see some young conjurers taking that red pepper and pitting that pepper down into their house. Wonder why they fight like cats and dogs, or they feel unfamiliar inside your own home. Walk inside your home, it don't even feel right. Don't do that. That red brick dust is so incredibly powerful because it's a part of Mother Earth. It's a part of the ground you walk on. And if you're a conjurer, you know when you draw that conjure circle inside that dirt and you stick your dagger in to let spirit know I mean business. You stick your pen knife, your conjure knife in the middle of that circle. I mean business. Spirit gonna stand erect and say, "What you want, sir?" Those that are around. And if you know how to talk to spirit, like my granddaddy do, my grandmama too as well, they're gonna listen. You're gonna get things done. What the hell is that? Y'all hear that? Y'all hear that noise outside? Does church brick dust make the best? Church brick dust, the different types of red brick dust. We'll talk about that too. Absolutely, Arda. Church brick dust makes the best dust for protection. It really do. But hospital brick dust makes the right protection too as well, especially a home that sickness has come upon it. Find a hospital that has red bricks. You may go one of them older hospitals or a hospital that's ruined. Get you a few red bricks. In fact, get a whole lot of them. Sell them on Etsy and say these red bricks or red brick dust is for a home that has come. That's where sickness has come upon it. Absolutely. Red bricks from banks. Now, mind you, that's for use concerning the infrastructure of your home. Now you can create. Let's say we have red brick dust from a bank. Take that red brick dust, put in cinnamon, brown sugar, nutmeg, bay leaf powder, galangal root, powdered galangal root. We have cinnamon in it already, brown sugar. Let's add roux. Daddy wouldn't add roux. I'm adding it anyway. I think it makes it much more powerful. Grind all that up in your mortar and pestle. Now, mind you, take that. Now, mind you, take it. Also, too, do me a favor. I know it's red brick powder to bring money, but I want to see it green. Can we add a little bit more bay leaf powder to it? And you can even it out by adding a little bit more red brick. But I want to see it green, a little bit of green. Now you can spread that along your inside threshold of your door and let good luck and prosperity walk right on in. Don't you know when you take this good powder and you spread along your inside threshold inside your door, don't you know you will attract prosperity to you? Girl, you may have a rich man may walk right to your door. It's happened before. How do you think we have so many clients? Many people walk into our front door in that old house. We keep clients humming, but I guarantee you that green dust is going to be there, that threshold on that old ass rug in the front door and by the back, especially by the back door. Though I keep kicking it though, they're gonna fuss at me. But if she don't have it, dad hasn't made it. She'll just be sentiment by the threshold. Keep money, back and front door and back door. Now, um, red brick dust, but red brick dust for protection because red brick dust can do many things. Red brick dust is good for sovereignty. It's good for creating sovereignty. It's good for gathering and making sure that your wishes, your commands, your affirmations are being listened to. Remember, this is something that comes from the earth. She's going to listen to your affirmations more so than anything, any herb, any resin, any plant. She's going to listen to what you got to say and hold true to it like a lover. She is. That's what that dirt do. I know plenty of conjurers that will not create a mojo juju or mojo juju that does not have some type of dirt in it. Now, mind you, that dirt itself is going to come from usually crossroads or from the graveyard, because it has symbols of spirit in it. But that's why it's usually so powerful, extremely powerful. And there we go. Now, regular red brick dust for the outside, the inside, if used for protection, you could use peppercorns, crushed black pepper. You can also use that red brick dust in creating a mojo for yourself. The same way you use that red brick dust to go inside your inner threshold. You could use the same thing to go about creating a mojo. Now you would put this in a red mojo bag and put it right there in your bosom. Make sure it's tied up and sealed inside one of these right here. And then that will protect you. But you do not need, don't ever put red pepper on your person. Why would you do that? That's going to make you so irritable. Very irritable. You know better than that. That red pepper is not supposed to be used for anything medicinal inside that house. No, it creates confusion. The only time we put red pepper in a house, I'm gonna tell you something. Oh, biggity ass people. That's why back in the day, oh, I'll tell you something. If you're south of the Mason-Dixon line, you in Hoodoo country, and I don't give a goddamn where you was. South of the Mason-Dixon line, you in Hoodoo country. That's everybody, white and black and native. I'm not letting everybody inside my damn house. No, because they get to sprinkling. Look at it with all you got, jealous hearted. Sprinkling shit. They sprinkle that red brick. It probably got some gopher dust to it. Yeah, that gopher dust. I'm gonna tell you that's something else too. Concerning gopher dust. If your gopher dust ain't sticky and you having that mason jar, if it ain't clinging to that mason jar, you ain't got shit in it. Gopher dust gotta be sticky. Mhm. It gotta have ants, spiders, cockroaches, red pepper, gopher dust, mm, and all kinds of things. I'm gonna tell you to make that horrible gopher dust. That gopher dust can drive anybody to home. But that my daddy always said that if that gopher dust does not stick to the side of that jar, you ain't did it right because it got to cling to the subject. If your gopher dust too dry, it ain't doing shit. It can't clean. That gopher dust why it gotta be sticky. The stickier it is, the more it cleans. The more it's gonna stick to a subject. The more it's gonna stick to your target. But we not get on that. We'll do that with left hand work maybe one day, sometime soon. Protection work in our home back in the day, especially with grandmama. We didn't let just about anybody in our home, and we'd watch them. Like, hold on, like Miss Teresa, come over, little skinny little lady. Nana didn't trust her. One time she went back to use the bathroom. I was 12 years old. I watched my Nana walk right behind her. Oh, Ella, man, I know what a bathroom is. I know you do. I'm watching you. Make sure you walk just back there. Because my bedroom is right there. And my baby bedroom over there. Make sure you go to the bathroom. Because I don't trust you. My grandmama, her mouth is slick and she don't care too much. And she don't care too much. You even hear about it. She knew that lady was jealous of her. Passed a lot of nasty rumors about my Nana that were not true. But my Nana was woman enough to have a talk with her and to help her spiritually. But what we not gonna do is let Miss Teresa go in the back where we sleep at and spread that dust of confusion, which is always gonna have red pepper as a main ingredient in it. Sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That's some hateful shit. And now we all fight like cats and dogs and don't even know why. But see, we'll conjure people before we fight too much. Even if my daddy get up feeling a certain type of way, he looking, because that old man, his spiritual senses is like that. He knows some shit is going down. Ella, pull up all these rugs. Get that old straw broom. I'ma sweep it inch by inch. Somebody left some shit up in here. Usually they would have me do it because they can't bend over like that. And I'm taking that old straw broom that's been blessed and I'm stretching all the corners. It takes a few hours. All the corners, scratching up the dust. Seeing if we see red pepper. One time we did. But be quite frank with you. I think that was red pepper somebody else left by accident, though. So I think one of the cousins was in the kitchen trying to cook, and Nana and Daddy wasn't there. I think they spilled red pepper over the kitchen. I'm trying to sweep it up, and I must have swept some in the bag and didn't mean to. But it did make us feel some kind of way. You just feel heated, like you feel. I don't know how to describe it. You feel impatient. You don't feel as gracious as you usually are with your family. That's just with the pepper. Now that's left hand work. Now to protect yourself, do not put that on the inside threshold of your home. And here's the mixture. Get your notes out. Red brick dust, excuse me, red pepper to keep anybody out of your house. We're going to add sulfur. Red brick dust is always going to have sulfur to it, sulfur powder. You don't need to add a lot. Every 4 parts red brick dust, you add 1 part sulfur. You don't need a lot. You just need enough to make sure that that red brick dust and cayenne pepper can, oh, hey, tell that old boy said hello. I got time. That red brick dust and cayenne pepper have enough to hold on. Keep them at bay. Okay. Now, you can put wormwood or Jamaican bitter root up in there as well. We need a little bit of bitterness that's there. That keeps negative spirits away from you. Also, too, we're going to put astragalus powder, put in frankincense powder. We need another hot one too. Danny would even go as far as adding. I know he would add ghost pepper powder, but he would do that occasionally. That's a little too hot. Now, mind you, if you don't feel no, hold on. You can add ghost pepper powder. You definitely can. Listen, when you are milling this up along with your red pepper, or your mask and your blood and your eyes, your goggles, that shit will get in your eyes and your nose quicker than anything, and it is so horrible. Baby, you'll be sneezing and snotting everywhere. What else do we add? Sulfur. You don't have to add the ghost pepper powder if you don't do. In fact, I'm not going to recommend it unless you have experience. That's too much. And that red pepper, that ghost pepper powder stays in the air. Do it outside and don't shake that bottle. And when you get it, to pit that pepper by your over your outdoor threshold, use a spoon or the edge of a credit card and a little bit on there, and just edge it on into that seam. Edge it into that seam, and put on your mask even then, because you don't want that shit in your nose. You don't have to use it though. You don't need it. There's something else too. I know frankincense. You can also add myrrh as well, frankincense and myrrh, because that gives it a sense of holiness. Add rue as well. Um, but I want to make it especially powerful, especially for y'all, because a lot of y'all are going to watch this video. You don't know me, and you're not on Discord, and you're not on Clubhouse, and this is the only time you're going to ever see me. You should come on over to Discord or Clubhouse. Let's break bread together. But in case if you don't, we're going to add black burdock root. That'll make it even more powerful. Remember, black burdock root is just like that sulfur. Every 4 parts of red brick dust, 1 part of black burdock root. You don't need a lot. That's it, baby. That's it. That's fine. I don't want to make it too. Red brick dust is not too complicated, especially when you keep it people out. It's not too complicated. You really only need sulfur, cayenne pepper, and red brick dust. The other roots we add for intention. Now I need for you to pray Psalms 21, Psalms 21, Psalms 91 over it. I need for you to talk to that red brick dust. Remember, it has clay in it. It has Mother Earth in it. She's going to follow your intentions. Red brick dust, spirit of red brick dust. Keep people out of my home that do not need to be there. Keep my enemies far away from my front door. Keep bill collectors far away from my front door. Keep racist people that hate me away from my house. Keep everyone that crosses my door safe and sound. Make sure my home is comfortable and a safe place for me and my children. Say it over. Say the Lord's Prayer over it. Feel it throb in your hand. To do that, put inside of don't put the dust inside your hand. It's too messy. Put inside a big old Ziploc bag, bigger than this. I make a lot because you're gonna use a lot of it, especially during summertime. What the hell is y'all doing? Thank you very much. Take that and put that inside your hand. Like that, like that. Make sure it's plush in your palms. Like that. Pray over it. I want you to pray over it until you feel it throb in your hand. Until you know, beyond knowing, it got it. I'm going to teach you how to pray tonight. Teach you how to imbue your work. Don't just pray over it like you're decorating something. You need to make sure that mojo has soaked up. It's soaked it up. And you'll feel it. If you have some in your hand, let's say I'm going to pray over this activated charcoal. I pray, I pray, I pray. I'm going to pray over it until I feel it throb in my hand, till it feels heavier than it usually felt. And I put it down. Sometimes I'll use a pendulum, put a pendulum over it. Does this have all the power that it needs? And that pendulum will get wide, woo, wide like that, about to shoot off into the air. I know it got power. Another thing, you don't get to utilize it, get to start to utilize a pendulum in order to measure and to talk back to your work. I ought to say, okay, got it. For the endo recipe, hold on, honey, what you say now? For the endo recipe, for the endo recipe, you use only black. Now for the endo recipe, you use black pepper, red peppers for the outside, black peppers for the inside. Yeah. Now we did a whole mojo to bring money into your house. Both can be in the same place. That threshold is what separates them. That threshold is powerful. We walk inside our home over the threshold from outside to inside and don't know that thin membrane of existence. You can hoodoo that to get whatever the hell you want. Don't you know that's a portal space? Learn to work it. Here's another mojo to work that portal space. Get you 2 railroad ties. Make sure they're iron. I like to go to the railroad. Girl, can I move this damn thing here? I can't move it. I can't see what you said. Ought to put hearts in the comment to raise up your comment so I can see it. I'll make sure I answered you right. Oh, there we go, honey. Now, get 2 railroad ties. Go to a railroad, any railroad. Get old railroad ties. Make sure they're nice and rusty. Now, mind you, you can get railroad ties off of Etsy. I like to go to Etsy, but I like to get my own railroad ties. Forage for yourself. Now, mind you, there's a story behind that too. Hoodoo and conjure has a lot of story, a lot of folklore. It's quite lovely. But here we go. Oh, I can do it myself. Hold on. I need to read what you have there. Make sure I got it. I'm going to start a face. Did it do it now? Oh, there we go. Okay, you got it. For the endo recipe, do you swap the red pepper for black? No, yes, you do. See, I knew I had to read it. I knew I had to read it. Do you swap the endo recipe for? Yes, you do. You just swap it. There you go, honey. See, I knew I had to read it. Yeah, you do. So you understood. You understood what I was saying. Very good, sweetie. Now, 2 railroad ties. Now the one when you're gonna put above your door. Now mind you, you're gonna need to bless them. Get you 2 railroad ties. Get 4 of them. Like, well, get 2 of them because that's basically just inside your threshold. Listen, you don't have to, but if you have a back door, I like to go about bless my back door and my front door. Definitely. So get you 4 of them. Now we're gonna get a cast iron pan. Probably, I know what I would like is an iron cauldron. I'm gonna need moonshine and no Everclear. I need dragon's resin, dragon's blood resin. I need frankincense resin. I need sulfur, a little bit of sulfur. And then I need moonshine, a very high volume alcohol. Everclear 120 is perfectly fine. Then I'm gonna need a little bit of cinnamon to pay the spirits, and I need a little bit of salt to show the spirit. I know that I mean business. There we go. Now I need for you to put those railroad ties inside that cast iron bowl. It can be stainless steel bowl. Then I need for you to add some spirits and all the dried accoutrement. I need for you to pray over them, talk to them railroad ties like they got some sense, because they got plenty of sense. Railroad ties. I am baptizing y'all with the fire of light, the light of fire. I'm baptizing y'all and giving y'all the mojo and power to protect my family. to protect whoever comes through my door, and to keep enemies from my front door. My home is a sanctum. My home is a place of peace. Keep peace inside my home. Attract good luck and prosperity, and take away darkness and with darkness and discord in the name of the anointed Heavenly Father. Amen. Keep praying, keep praying. Up to 10 times, you say Psalms 91, Psalms 21, Psalms 14, Psalm 17. You say the Lord's Prayer, Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. Then say your affirmation when you've already said your affirmation. Set that, do this outside, please. Light a match, push, and set fire to the railroad ties. Now, when that railroad ties on fire, I need for you to talk to them like you never talked to them before. Now, mind you, make sure you put them in a place where you don't set no dry grass on fire and feel like that. Be careful. It's fire. Be very careful. And talk to that fire. Fire, you're here to redeem these railroad ties, to make these instruments of peace, to make these instruments of love and care, to make these instruments of pure protection. Everywhere they go, everyone they touch shall understand the glory of God, shall understand the glory and understand the glory of God and understand the glory of peace and sanctity. You will make sure everywhere you touch and everywhere you go, peace will follow you and protection will be your virtue. That fire's gone. It's gone. Now, when you lift them up, let them cool down. When you lift them up, when they cool off, they can just put them on wax paper, let them dry out completely. Don't wash them. Wrap red thread around them. Bind at the top where the railroad ties, where they hit them at. You wrap red thread around them. That brings them to life. That red thread do something to them. It hoodoos them and brings them to life. All right. Now, go ahead. Now, I need a mojo to go with them. Now, mind you, when you put them above your door, one is going to be pointed up, the pointed side going to be pointed down, and one going to be pointed in the opposite direction. Tie them together with that red thread. Tie them as tight as you can. Bound, because one brings energy in, and one takes discord out. One brings protection, love, care, comfort. That pointy side brings it in. The other side takes it out. Discord, disharmony, arguing, bullshit takes it out. Tie them together tight as you can. Wound them. Somebody tried to call me. I feel it in my spirit. Oh, yeah, she'll have to get back to me. I'm busy. I love you, baby. You can make that's all right. Okay. Send the spirit her way. I know she needs protection. I'm on the way, honey. I'm on the way. Yeah. And you hang this above your door. Now we need to make a mojo to it. I need a red mojo. Let's do a little SMR. Here's my microphone right here. Plastic bag. Get a plastic bag. In the plastic bag, inside your plastic bag, I want sulfur. Okay, do you do a cross shape put together? No. They have to be facing one pointed side facing down and one pointed side facing up. That, now mind you, I know where that tradition comes from, the railroad ties with the cross. That comes, and mind you, when you have blessed your front and back door, get extra railroad ties. Listen, if you're going to do all that, get 8 of them. Shit, we like even numbers. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, get 14 of them. Listen, because I know what you're going to do. That's beautiful, but that's inside the home. Don't you know a railroad tie cross pinned above the door of a bedroom with the same juju we're going to talk about, will keep out hates and keep each room peaceful and safe. You can also put it under your mattress, under your bed. Listen, take a railroad cross. I'd rather do it the other way. Pointed side facing to your head, the pointed side facing to your feet. Put them together because it keeps energy moving peacefully. That wonderful equilibrium. I like the equilibrium. I like it a lot. Yeah, works beautiful. That railroad cross above your threshold of your door, or sometimes even on your front door of each room. Do the little bitty ones. Those don't have to be rubber crosses. They could be steel, stainless steel. No, iron crosses. Not stainless steel. Stainless steel don't do nothing spiritually. We need iron. Iron crosses. It's really good. Now, for this mojo that you're going to hang on both of the thresholds above your front door, sulfur, okay, galagal root, rue. Can we put in red brick dust? Daddy would do red brick dust. Brown sugar, red brick dust, definitely. Put red brick dust, sulfur, brown sugar together, make sweetums to draw in abundance. Nutmeg, bay leaf powder, Astragalus angelica root, mugwort, anise seed, rue. Rue for power, authority, anise seed to understand all that's coming inside your house, to have a third eye, to see in your house, to feel in your house, to almost develop a third eye inside your house. Mugwort to protect everything, to protect the spiritual sanctity of everybody, even and the pets too. Astragalus angelica is just going to offer protection, exorcism roots. Galagal is just going to draw in money. Put in cinnamon up to help Galagal. And the red brick dust, because Dad would add red brick dust, that's just going to make sure the mojo sticks and that mojo becomes more powerful. The longer it's inside your home, the more powerful it becomes. Can we do that? Inside mojos for homes, add red brick dust. Now, hold on. You didn't catch me nothing. I said don't add red pepper to it on the inside. Can you add black pepper to this? No. You could. But we're trying to catch money though. Can we create another mojo with black pepper in it? You can do that. Another smaller mojo with just black pepper, red brick dust, sulfur. And hang it, sew it on sew it on the mojo. Put a nail above your door and just red mojo bag. Both all of them red. Red mojo bag. And put them above. Bam. Bam, bam. Listen, let me tell you something. On Easter Sunday, when you get the palm cross from the priest, put that palm cross up there too, in celebration of anointed Jesus Christ, so that he can be part of that protection too. I've seen that palm cross up there a lot. Girl, I saw one palm cross must have been up there for 1,000 years, many years. So the girl was about to fall across. And then Daddy told the elder, "Why would you get another one?" I think that was the elder Black. He told Daddy to shut up. I left out that house very quickly. Well, a few times I saw my but Elder Black was granddaddy's elder. Willie, why don't you shut up and mind your business? I'm leaving. Do the same thing for your back door. I'm on a little smoke break. Y'all have any questions? Oh, hold on. Now, y'all realize y'all can come on here and talk to me, right? I know I have my tweezers. These are cigarillos. My fingers are too stubby and too delicate. My nails are too pretty to be browning up with brown tobacco. Absolutely not. And there you go. Now, what's another thing about protection? See some water, holy water under your bed. Now, mind you, that is now, all of you that are going to see this video. This is the first conjure. It's a simple conjure. The first conjure I started everybody out with. Some of y'all gonna really think I'm smoking weed. No, I don't smoke weed, honey. Where's my little thing at? They Swisher Sweets. Mind you, if any of y'all come and see me, send me a box of, come to me with a 5 Swisher Sweets in your pocket. I'm gonna bless you. Put my hand right on your bless you. Because I love tobacco. And the doctor said I shouldn't be smoking it, but my doctor can mind his own business and stay out of mine. Because my daddy smokes, and my grandmother, she smokes tobacco at times. And one is 84, and the other one is 93. Ain't nothing gonna happen to me. Mind your business. I'm probably gonna be on this earth longer than you. Stay out of mine, I stay out of yours, though Ivan want me in his business all the time. Ivan, if you ever should see this video, which I know you will, hi honey. I love you. I love you, and I love you as my doctor. I just think you're so wonderful. And thank you for loving and taking such good care of me. And I know you get kind of emotional. Yeah. But I love you. Thank you. Now, we're gonna talk about spiritual protection, regular protection, protection of your sleeping area. Here's the reason why. Your bed is the most powerful aspect of conjure inside your home. Don't you know when you get in bed at nighttime and you sleep, that's your shoot off, your blast off spot. Hold on, shut up. That I called it. That's your blast off spot into the spirit world. Going into the spirit world. It is very, very powerful. You must protect your bed. When you're sleeping, you're very vulnerable. You must protect it. Some of y'all have night terrors that hate on you. Nighttime paralysis, sleep paralysis. That's the devil on you. That ain't nothing pleasant. It didn't feel good, did it? That ain't nothing pleasant. Let's stop it. That means that you are being groomed for darkness. That's trouble is not only on its way, it's arrived. Trouble has arrived. And it's going to manifest in your life in one way or the other. Let's put a stop to that shit right now. The first conjure I love to recommend because it's so simple, is sea salt water. Take 2 tablespoons of sea salt, 45 ounces, used to be 35, that's 45 ounces of water. Put that under your bed. Dissolve the sea salt in that water. Put that under your bed, the middle under your bed. Do not keep it under there more than 2 nights, 2 consecutive nights. That means on the second night, you get up with your happy self and you dump that water out when you go pee or after. Get it under that bed and dump that water out. You're gonna be, and don't forget that it's under there. You're gonna feel so awful. The longer you keep that water under there, you're gonna feel like your life is seeping out of your body. That salt has sucked up all the toxins from your body, has sucked up all the curses, all the envy, all the anger, all the projected bitchery, all the projected fuckery that people shoot at you and try to poison you every day. Every time you got in that bed to go to sleep, that salt water just soaks up all that poison. And you sleep so well. You sleep so beautiful. This would be a good remedy for those that have a hard time sleeping. Do this. You're going to sleep so good that night. I'm coming. I'm coming. You're gonna sleep so good that night. Watch, see what I tell you. You're gonna sleep so good, so good, so very good. Do what I tell you. You will. Now we have a second bowl. Now we don't talk about this bowl all the time because I'm busy recommending salt water because it does what it needs to do. We're going to recommend that blue water. Blue Hank water. All it is that no, oh also too, do not use a metal bowl. Use a plastic bowl, ceramic or glass bowl, but do not use a metal bowl. No, you won't be able to sleep at all. At all. Also too, now we have Hank blue water. I need to go get tobacco too. That's my last one. The very last one. I know. Go get tobacco. I'm gonna give me something sweet to drink too. I think I'm gonna get me some ice cream tonight. I do have spirit work. I'm gonna get to it. I know. And it must be sea salt. Thank you, Otter. And it must be sea salt. Ooh, everybody out there in YouTube land, understand something. It must be sea salt. Please do not think you can do this with regular mine salt. It won't work. It must be, thank you so much, Otter. It must be sea salt. It has to be. It must be sea salt. Now, that Haint Blue water, it's just Haint Blue, Mrs. Stewart's Bluing. Everybody, can you look on Amazon and put Mrs. Stewart Bluing in the chat? Listen, be a little help to me. I sure would appreciate it because I can't do it on here on this iPad. If I do it, they're gonna log me out. You know what I can do? I could do it later. All the things I listed, just put them under the video. Very good. Now, and then put 4 tablets. Thank you, honey. Put 4 tablets of camphor. Now, this placement of this blue water is going to go at the head of your bed, where your head rests. Oh, you're going to wake up so clear-headed. Oh, I feel so wonderful. Why do I feel so good? I feel so great. You're going to feel very good, honey. Listen, and for all of those in YouTube land and Hollywood land, and your spirit worker, and if you have clients like I do that work on the work on the studios, um, in front of the camera, a lot of them cannot sleep because they are sharing their essence on that damn camera. It's their job. We have nothing to say. That sea salt water will give them rest, and that Haint blue water with camphor tabs under the head of their bed, under the bed, will make them so refreshed. They're going to thank you and think you're a whole genius. Now that will make sure you dump that water out every 5 days. It's a lot of water, but and do that for 6 weeks. Absolutely, it's wonderful, absolutely wonderful, and you're gonna love that you did it too. Feels very, very good. Now, What's another good thing for protection? Roots for protection. We should be talking about herbs and roots for protection too, definitely. Now, I'm gonna list the ones I like for protection big time. Astragalus root, angelica root, spikenard, which is ashwagandha. Wormwood is wonderful for spiritual protection. I'm going to recommend wormwood in most of your spiritual baths. Definitely. We have to talk about spiritual. We're going to make a video about spiritual baths. All types of beautiful spiritual baths. Spiritual baths concerning conjure and hoodoo. You cannot be no right whole root worker without knowing how to do spiritual baths. And you can sell them too. Do good spiritual baths and sell them. A good spiritual bath. Big old gallon of it, $25. Big old gallon of it. That's good money. Because mind you, a gallon of it, you get 2 baths out of it, especially if it's concentrated. That pot, look inside of that gallon jar, that gallon jug, your spiritual baths. I have a lot of them. big old spiritual baths. But if you hold on, if you're going to be in the business of selling spiritual baths, do me a favor. I need for you to make them as concentrated as you can. That's a lot of roots. Now you see what it costs so damn much. Because you need to be able to get 4 baths out of that gallon jar, that gallon jug. So you know it got to be concentrated. And have on there instructions to your clients. This gallon is for 4 baths. Now you're gonna have some clients that are gonna use 2 baths out of that's up to them. Sweet, bitter, good luck, love, whatever. I know conjure people, that's all they do is baths. You look in their garage or in their because a lot of them have their own stores. Or you look on the south side of the wall because you see the apothecary, the herbs and everything here. Mojos are here on the side. That side is just jugs. Them plastic opaque white jugs. At least not all of it on one side. Love baths. Good luck baths. Devil getaway baths. Nigger getaway baths. Hoe getaway bath. Money come to me baths. Why I had to do hoe come to me nigga getaway baths? Listen, sometimes it take a good bath to get that nigga off your back. I'm not laughing. I don't know why I'm laughing. Because some of these niggas are very aggressive. Aggressive. Listen, nigga, I'm trying to bathe you away. I'm gonna wash my hair. This kid, I come over. No, I've been washing my hair. You been washing your hair last time. It's a 4-day process. Don't mind me. I'm just playing. Not really. Anyway. Anyway. Now hold on. Now, astragalus root, angelicus root, plantain leaves, mugwort, damiana is protective too. Mm. Kava root is protective, very protective. Kava root is also to keep in mind. Kava root is a stimulant. Be careful when you use kava root, especially getting naked and kava. Be careful. Kava root in the islands is very much a protective root, extremely protective, but it's a stimulant, and you're getting in that bathtub naked. And for you ladies, you have an orbs, yes. She's gonna soak up that caffeine, and you're gonna wonder why you're not able to sleep. Be careful. It ain't funny. Black walnut, black cohosh, black snake root, regular snake root, pine, dried pine needles, beautiful for spiritual protection, big time. Mm. Oak wood, oak wood is wonderful. Boiling oak wood kernels, and it smells good in the house too. It smells really good. Oak wood itself. What is that other wood I love to use so much? And I can smell it already. It's not linden. It's not oak. It's a pine wood. Anyway, I'll come back to it. It's not ash either. You get at the pet stores. Because you line the pet cages with it. Anyway, you in chat, you know what I'm talking about in the video. Cedar, thank you, hon. Thank you, out of cedar. Cedar wood chips. Boiling cedar wood chips, a little bit of astragalus and angelica. That's a good spiritual bath. The cedarwood. Only thing about cedarwood is my cedarwood pot liquor. And she hit me up again, baby. Okay, I'm on my way. Y'all, excuse me. I'm so sorry. Oh, okay, baby. Oh, okay. Miss Harris ordered everything. Good, baby. I'm so proud of you. How wonderful, baby. How wonderful. I'll be ready. to help. There we go. Very good. Cedar wood. With cedar wood, be careful. Cedar wood. Hey, natural honey, be careful with cedar wood. Cedar wood will dry your skin out. Cast some shea butter on the hand, your favorite lotion on the hand. Baby, it dries your skin out. Big time. Be careful with that. Be very careful. Y'all have been on here for an hour and 36 minutes. I think we done talked up enough. And you know what? I feel comfortable enough. Yes, I do want to make fancy videos for y'all. I do. I want to make videos you watch over and over again. How he do that? This video is beautiful. And the information is amazing. But the video is beautiful. How you do that? That's what type of videos I want to make. How to make them type of videos. And I'm going to. But for right now, we're just going to stick with the information and my big old hairy face. Oh, you're welcome, honey. You're welcome, Otter. I'm trying to think of other things too as well. There's so much to think about concerning protection. Here we go. Now, we talked about the very beginning of this presentation. We talked about black goddess hand. That is a sulfur, sea salt. Sulfur, sea salt, charcoal powder. Pitting that, now mind you, we talk about making mojos for your body. Baby, if you pit that, take a big old Ziploc bag. Like that. Big Ziploc bag. Fill it with sea salt, sulfur, charcoal powder. Squeeze the air out of it and seal it. So look at it. Squeeze the air. Hold on. Look at it. Show you. Listen, squeeze the air out of this little bit. Look at that. Squeeze the air out of it. Look at it. And I sealed it back. Put it under your mattress. You will sleep so good, and mind you, it detoxifies your body. It keeps your body detoxified. You don't ever have to change it ever again for the next 5 to 6 years. Talk about stagnancy. What's stagnancy? Talk about manifestation of dreams, goals, and aspirations. Woo-wee, I want more of that. That happens easily now. Give yourself 3 or 4 days after sleeping with that under your mattress. Not under the bed, under the mattress. Wow. Your life is going to change slowly. No, usually very quickly too, very quickly. Because you start to feel the peace. And then you start to feel that things, because a lot of us out there, our blessings are right there, but something's keeping them, usually stagnancy. It's a lot of things getting in the way. That will keep those things out of the way, definitely. Absolutely. What else concerning spiritual protection? There's so much to talk about spiritual protection. I'm a balloon. One thing we know first and foremost is how to protect our people concerning conjure and hoodoo. There's a lot, sweetie. A whole lot. We talked about, I've given you tidbits about sulfur, tidbits, even a little bit of history about red brick, even a little bit of folklore behind it too as well, at least in Orleans and Louisiana. What else can we use? Even a few herbs to stock your apothecary with concerning spiritual protection. What I want to get away from is just people just using sea salt or just salt and not taking spiritual protection seriously. Spiritual protection is very serious business. You must protect yourself. You must. Also to keep in mind, I make gree-grees, beautiful gree-grees. I make whole gree-grees that have conscious spirits inside of them. Talk about spiritual protection. Absolutely. That's another reason why I want to make videos. Do you realize when I make videos, I can put my own commercials inside of them? Hi. That's what I'm going to do. Next time we could do Hoodoo must-haves. Oh, that's a good idea. We could do that. No, we do that later. Because the reason why I have to make a thumbnail for this video, and I want this video to be on protection, covered every damn thing, y'all. I know. So we do. Remind you, what are other things for protection? We've covered mostly everything. Um, you know what? I can give you folkloric or hoodoo medicine, folkloric medicine must-haves, or things we do concerning conjure and the folklore of hoodoo. Here we go. Um, one really good mojo to have when you want to manifest things around you and protect your family. Take a holy Bible. Find out which Psalms is for money, which Psalms is for wealth and abundance. I need for you to write a petition in present tense. Write it in red ink as if it's already happened. Put that petition, and don't just stop with one, because you have more than one need. Find the Psalms that represents that need. Put that petition inside God's word. Then light a white candle and place that white candle on that Bible. Put that Bible by your bed or in a corner in a room where you sleep at. Now, make sure that that area is fire retardant. Make sure that that Bible is sturdy. We don't want any fires. And make sure it's a big Bible so that that 7-day candle can sit there comfortably. When you go to sleep at nighttime, as you light that candle, another thing with hoodoo candles too, do not blow them out. You snuff them. That is the quickest way to piss spirit off. And I'm talking piss them off. You snuff it. Don't ever use your divine breath to blow any candle out, because they just might take your breath. They take it right from you, and you won't be able to get it back. You snuff that candle. Now, you light that white candle before you go to bed at night. You say your prayers. Everything you need to manifest will come to be in a matter of 3 days, maybe 4. It works every time, every single time. It really does. Also, too, you should be having an ancestor altar, ancestor reverence space. There's just a white cloth space with a white candle. Because you could put this on your ancestor altar, and your ancestors can help manifest what you need. That is a white cloth, a white candle, a glass of water, an incense burner, pictures of those no longer in skin. Notice I did not say dead people, because we don't necessarily die. We just change. And the people that told you that you died, they just over. They're stupid. Or they do. Oh, that's so judgmental. I'm sorry. They just don't know any better. Baby, if people are dead, who the hell am I talking to all day long? And I am a psychic and a medium. I talk to people outside the skin, outside the physicality all the time. I talk to them more so than I talk to y'all. When something is dead, there is no energy there. It is literally dead. There's no emotion, no feeling, no communication, no anything. It is dead. We don't die, honey. We just change. We're no longer in this. I love my skin. I love my skin. We're no longer in our skin. Doesn't mean we're not who we are. Doesn't mean we're not ourselves. Doesn't mean we don't worry about the ones we left behind, the ones that are in skin. Doesn't make us love them any less. And a lot of times we love them more. But one thing I'd like to tell spirit people, and I know plenty are listening right now, go home. Be in the light. Be with God. Be with your ancestors. Be with those that are that are right ready to greet you, to hug you once again. You'll be able to come right back. I promise. I promise you. You'll be able to come right back and take care of those that you love. But this time do it with light, with love, and with care. Don't stay here. Because heartbreak and mourning and tears have possessed you. Let it go. God will take care of it. Go home. You'll be able to come back. I promise. And it's a second, and you're back here again. But with light, with wisdom, with love, with care, and with real tools to help people. You stay out here after outside that body, you're not helping anybody. And all you're haunting people. You are a ghost. You're doing more disservice than you're helping people. Why am I speaking so just no, sorry. Go home. Go home. Go be with your that old beautiful dog you loved, that cat who loved you so much, who'd curl up with your kitty cat that left 20 years ago. To be with your grandmother, your grandfather, your mother, your father. They hunger for you so much. They miss you so much. Go be with them. You can come right back. This time with tools, with ways to really, truly help and be of assistance and be of service. Trust me, it works. You ain't got to stay over there. No, it's boring. No, it's not. It's never boring. That it's not. The everlasting world of eternal spirit is never boring. It's fabulous. But love has us to come back. Love keeps us on tasks with those we love and we care for. I have come in contact with countless grandmothers, mothers and fathers, sisters and brothers, cousins and aunts, uncles and nephews. And the anticipation I feel, if I could feel a whole stadium full with it, of how I've the joy that they feel when they know that they're, can you hear me? I've heard that in my river in my spirit so many times, like pulling the cards, listening to them, feeling them as they turn those cards. Oh my God, I can do this. Yeah, you can. I just don't tell you. That's a whole show going on over here. I've just learned through the years to keep my poker face. Because sometimes I want to be like, will you hush? I know you're excited. And thank you for being here. I love you. I'm trying to take care of your son, your daughter here. And I'm trying not to look crazy. What a really great way to end this video. Definitely. But understand, I'm doing these videos, these series of videos, and probably going to hopefully do 100 more. Because there's so much information out here concerning hoodoo and conjure. And a lot of it is beautiful. A lot of it is wrong, but done with good intention. People giving advice and wisdom from the heart, but it may not necessarily be correct. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm just here to do one thing. As a practitioner that has come from people that have practiced conjure for over 500 years, people that have been in Orleans long before Orleans became Orleans, were practicing this. From free people of color, natives, and slaves. This has what's kept us safe, what's kept us above ground, what's kept us from being murdered, kept us from being lynched. Blues were known for two of the key families in Gretna, Baton Rouge, Thibodeau, Sully, Shreveport, Port Arthur, Malane, Surrey parishes. That if you knew us, they would not fuck with you. They wouldn't. Because we had put too many of them in the ground, not even raising a finger, because we knew conjure. I'm gonna leave you with an old story, and I've told the story so many times. She was the second Ella. This was back in the 1860s. It was said to be the 1860s, 1850s, 1840s. And they were going to hang her husband and her three sons. It said she was in her 60s. And she walked 2 miles to an old church where they used to have their Ku Klux Klan meetings. This was during the day. He says when this lady got to that church, she busted the doors open and she pointed at the green Grand Dragon. It shows you how far back we're going, because I don't think they have any green Grand Dragons anymore. She pointed at him and said, "You will not hurt mine, because I will hurt you and take from you what you need to take from me." And he said he dropped dead of a heart attack right there on the spot. I am a Belu. A Belu. We're known for protecting our people, keeping our people safe, making sure our people can see another day, making sure our people can take care of their people's people. When I break bread with my people, I break bread with my people. I am a Belu. That is who I am. Y'all have a great night. And it was wonderful. At 1:53, almost 2 hours. Have a beautiful night. And thank you so much for your time. And I appreciate you. Also, too, I'm going to leave links and sites to where y'all can contact me for spiritual readings, for me to get inside your business. I'm nose as hell. Thank you very much. Also, other accoutrements. I sell Gregory's Mojos. I don't sell anything else. I do want to get in the line of selling, of course, different oils, conjure oils, mojo bags. I sell Gregory's though, but baths, the other accoutrements concerning hoodoo. I have not. I'm letting my other spirit sisters. I'm letting y'all catch up on that. So I'm tell you something. When Hoodoo Daddy get to it, y'all better run. Y'all better run far ahead. Because whenever make up my mind to start selling conjure oils, baths, soaps, candles, all the conjured roux, all these roux I've been spouting about, and the way to diversify them. When I start selling them little black little envelopes of dried roux for money, love, power, y'all better be 5 miles ahead of me. Because I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to come running right behind you. And you know what we're going to do together? We're going to make all of us look good. Because let me tell you something. Everything I know, y'all know. I'm like, hey, girl, let's do this together, honey. Everything I know, y'all know pretty much. Absolutely. Absolutely. This has been a pleasure. And I thank you so much for your time. It's been on for 2 hours. So this is going to be spiritual protection. This movie is going to be public in the next about an hour and a half. I got to make about 2 hours. I got to make a thumbnail for it, and it'd be a pleasure. Please do subscribe as well as pass the video along to anybody that you feel needs spiritual protection concerning conjure. Also, to again, I do give spiritual readings. I sell great readings, spiritual advice, absolutely. And I'll leave those links under the video. I'm just interested if I can leave those links under those videos themselves. Everybody have a beautiful night. I'm going to go hydrate myself and get more tobacco and probably make more coffee because I got spirit work to do. But I can't, I really can't wait. Girl, my office is going to be filled with stuff. Will I ever get into the accoutrement of conjure? Yeah, because I love the process of making oil. I think the most favorite aspect of conjure to me is all of it. But if I can choose my favorite part of Hoodoo and the craftsmanship aspect of creatorship in Hoodoo, I would have to say the oils, conjure oils. I'm an alchemist. I love mixing oils, and as I create, because I did so for Daddy, and I found that I loved it. I really loved it when I create like a conjure oil, and I'm going through the oils, through the essential oils, and adding this to that vat, adding that to that vat, staying on recipe concerning Daddy, my grandfather, but I add on something extra, and I can feel in my spirit like I did something. I just did something. I did something. There's no other feeling like that. And they work. And they work. Whoa. I remember one time I told y'all this on Clubhouse. Man had erectile dysfunction. Daddy gave him a pill to take. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember that story? How he grew an erection right in front of us? Hey, Tanya, honey. He had just put on one of my conjure oils, make him potent. Was his daddy pill? Because he went an hour. He grew hard right in front of both of us. Well, we're all men. Or was it my conjure oil? Now, mind you, he was impotent, could not create a child to save his life. Remember, I told you he gave his new young bride two babies, twins. I told y'all that a long time ago. So was it me or Daddy? Probably Daddy. But my conjure oil felt. I still have the recipe too. It's a beautiful smelling oil. It the base note was ambergris, but ambergris is against the law because of whaling. It's against the law in the United States. So I utilized civet musks, and I remember putting some of it on the small of my wrist, and I remember instantly feeling that. Yeah, I remember feeling very sexually. I was working around my grandfather, but if I would have been in front of Grady, my boyfriend at the time, my mind would have not been on roots, oils, or conjure or dried food. No, I have not made that oil in 18 years, 20 years. So I can't wait to make oils. I'm probably going to have a whole line of conjure oils because it's what I love to do. I love doing conjure oils. I love it. There's nothing like it. Um, but in making those oils, you have to make the dried root to go with it. So then for you have the dried root, curated conjure root for specific, you can put your candles in it. You can make greens out of it. You can dust your bed with it. These are magical powders. These conjure powders, basically. Conjure candles, I don't think I'm ever going to do. They cost too. The cost is fine, but the warehousing them and the shipping them, I would have to have a really great operation. Yeah. But who knows? Who knows, sweetie? Who knows? But conjure candles doing on my own. Oh, I can do that big time. So I don't know, because that's a bulk of my business right now, conjure candles. But me, that's me working candle work, and I love it. I really love it. I love the artistry, the spiritual artistry, because what we do is an art. That has to be said. It's a spiritual art. It's an art like art. It's just our canvas is spirit, but it is an art form, absolutely, and it's also a creative form too as well. It's Hoodoo. I love the idea of curated conjure oils. I love it. Absolutely love it. The really great thing about it, and then also to custom blends too as well. I want to offer that service too of people that are willing to pay the price to have their own custom blends that not only smell good, because that's another thing too as well. I feel that I come from older people that taught me everything that I know. A conjure oil should not just work spiritually, but it should smell good. That olfactory sense of smell, it should be activated. Like, oh wow, that's the first aspect of imagination. This first aspect of feeling, knowing, and understanding. The cultivation and feeling, conceptualization of spirit flowing through your veins, flowing through your mind, flowing through your spirit, just by fragrance alone. And I love cultivating scent. I should become a pure, what's it called, perfumery? Oh, a fragrance creator. I love scent, always have. I just love it so much. But anyway, that's what I want to do eventually. And hopefully I can get started by the end of this year during wintertime. So I'm saving, so that I can go about starting on that aspect of my career. Because I want to do that. I have the branding, the logos and everything's created. They haven't been printed yet, but I have the logos, labels for everything, instructions, boxes, packaging. All that's been created. I'm prepared. I just want to do it right because it has my family's name on it. But again, I'm getting very dehydrated. I say all that to say, and if you studied under me, if you studied with me, everything you've created has a smell, has a fragrance to it. Now, you can feel the spirit coming from it. You can feel that it works beautifully. But my God, it smells so otherworldly. Like otters, that wonderful Florida water. She was just telling me the other day how otherworldly it smells. It smells otherworldly. It smells like spirit. Otter, how much are of that are you gonna make? I'm kind of tongue tied right now. So my mind is into making curated oils. How much of that are you gonna make? And have you thought about selling it? Because I know it's gonna be good, really, really good. She's making homemade Florida water for spiritual purposes. I didn't mean to put you out there on Jump Street. I didn't mean to put you out there. Made a huge mason jar of 100 ounces. Oh my God. Wow. How does it smell? Good. Yeah, definitely some. Because mind you, with that type of Florida water, you can put in your rinse cycle. You can put in like angels. You can put in a spray bottle, spray your clothes with it. Pure spiritual protection. It will protect you. Not only does it smell like an angel, but it is extremely spiritually protective. And those are the type of products that sell. That's the reason why we have Chloe May oil. Chloe May oil, Van oil. Back in the day, I'm gonna say this. I gotta get out here because I'll be on here forever. All these oils back in the day, when we had the Tignon laws in Louisiana, laws created to take away the beauty of our women because they were so beautiful. And white women had convinced their white husbands to have black women and people, women of color and Native women, to tie up their hair. They thought they were doing something by, because a woman back then in antebellum times, a woman's beauty was, part of her beauty was her long hair and the grace of her neck, her hair. So what happened, because where there's a will, there's a way. Our conjure oil started to become much more fragrant. Never before, because mind you, conjure oils have been around for hundreds of years. Some people say thousands of years. But in the antebellum Louisiana community, they were very, very popular. But they never really were too much about the smell and fragrance. But when they told our women to cover their hair, they started to develop other freedoms. And that's when our conjure oil started to become very fragrant, very beautiful. It was said some hoodoo practitioners created whole cottage industries around conjure oils that not only worked beautifully, hoodoo and voodoo practitioners, they not only worked beautifully, but they smelled so good. So much so that they made these women famous. And other society women started coming for more of their magic, more of their conjure. We know of one of them already. She was a voodoo practitioner. It was said her conjure oils were the most beautiful. They smelled like the most beautiful perfumes, especially her love oils. Her name is Marie Leveau. Mamam Marie Leveau. It was said her love oils could command any man and melt any cold heart. They smelled that good. And her love oils is what gave her, she was a hairdresser. It was her love oils that gave her fame to working with the higher echelon of society, of white society. There we go. All right, everybody, listen, be good. Please take care of yourself. Thank you so very much for your time. I appreciate you. And this video will be up live in the next 2 hours. Thank you again for your time, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye, everybody. Thank you. Thank you, baby. Thank you, thank you, thank you.